In this video, I will show you exactly how you can increase your customer lifetime value, one of the most important metrics in scaling any high-ticket business, no matter if that's a coaching or consulting business, to multiple 6 to 7 figures a month, which is exactly what we're doing, okay? Because you are basically making your customers, your existing customers, worth more, and you try to decrease your overall churn rate to keep your overall customer lifetime value as high as possible, okay? So you do not only have to increase your number of customers, but also make them worth more long-term to increase your overall business's revenue, okay? By keeping them in your ecosystem. One of the most important and crucial things for our long-term business growth. So many people are leaving so much money on the table by not consistently upselling to their audience that is already sold on you because they have already purchased something. Okay, they're already in your ecosystem. They've already seen results. So the best thing that you can do here is to consistently try to keep as much value in front of them, reduce churn rates, and increase overall long-term upsells through a lot of different methods that we're going to talk about here in this video. Okay, and this is exactly how we're currently scaling multiple clients to multiple 6 figures a month. Okay, just your one example, by overall keeping the customer lifetime value high. So upsells are a crucial instrument. After acquiring customer, the sales process doesn't end there, okay? You need to make them as satisfied as possible with their purchase, okay? Then you try to upsell them. But the upsell, very, 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 very important, must be logical. It must make sense instead of feeling like an intentional marketing strategy, okay? Because people hate it. So logically, it would be something like, how do I get the results I just paid for faster, with less effort and with a higher probability? So as you can see, we've got a bunch of different upsells, for example, in the in the real world, let's say like this, for example, in the airline industry, we've got core offers, but we've got also the business class upgrade. For SaaS companies, you can have the core offer, but then you can also upsell to a white glove setup where they literally do everything for you. They import CSVs, they build custom fields, they build custom software, and so on. You can have a core ticket for a VIP for a live concert, or you can also have a VIP ticket, meet and greet. You can have a core car, a base model car, or you can upgrade your car with a 5K tech package, okay? These are upsells that make a lot of work, a lot of sense, because they align with the overall main idea of the main offer that you've been selling before. Okay, so for example, what I always do for my clients is I install something called the offer triangle, okay? So I basically have an offer where I have 3 different offer tiers with different deliverables, the done with you and done for you one, which is basically something like an info service, so an information product combined with a lot of services and done for you and done with you services. Over here, and then we've got a done with you offer where we remove all the done for you services, which are very valuable, right? This is why the price difference is so high, as you can see over here. And then we've got a do it yourself offer for $1,970, which is just a pure information product, okay? And just designed to liquidate the lower budget part of your audience. You should never, ever, ever, ever give lifetime access away to valuable deliverables that will decide about if a sale will happen in the future or not. So you never give away lifetime, because if you give away lifetime, you're basically blocking the room. You're not leaving any room for future upsells because they already got a lifetime access. And if it's written in the contract, you will have a very, very hard time to convince them that they do not have lifetime, okay? So you need to make sure you do not give lifetime away. You can give lifetime away to basically deliverables which aren't that valuable, but in general, make sure to really, really always limit it with a time frame, okay? So I want to show you right now the exact offers that we have for this client over here in place, okay? And then how we can tactically upsell to basically our customers based on the different offers. So we've got our do-it-yourself offer with 3 months of deliverables, and we've got our the done with you offer with 6 months of community access, group coaching access to scripts, emails, and 3 months of dedicated one-on-one coaching. So let's say someone bought this done with you offer, okay, for $4,490. That includes 6 months of support and 3 months of one-on-one coaching. Where can we upsell them? where can we upsell him? Number one, that you always need to understand, the best moment to upsell a lead is after they got a win. So ideally, you want to have a win channel in your Discord, and it isn't only good to foster overall proof and use in your front-end marketing, but it's also great to upsell someone. Because after someone got a win from your done with you offer, which is the $4,490 offer, and which doesn't contain all the valuable bonuses that I'm going to talk about right a second, it's the best way to reach out to them with a private message, okay, with a voice that ideally you as the offer owner reach out to them, okay? I mean, you could have the CSM do it, but it's better than when you do it because you will have the highest authority. You reach out to them, congratulate them on their win that they just seen, right? And then private message and say something like, wow, you've massive congrats for the win that you've just seen on in the wins channel. Now it's time for the done for you offer. You ready? Stuff like that, right? So basically, we want to now, after they've seen a win and they know that our systems actually works and that our offer is very valuable, we want to upsell them on the very, 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 very high value offer, ideally for something like pay the difference. So I'm going to tell them, yo, you just need to pay the difference. So in this case, $5,000, and then you get the done for you offer. And the done for you offer contains, first of all, 1 year access. So just in terms of the access, it's already worth, okay, 1 year access. And then what it contains as well is a one-on-one support guarantee. Now, probably they already made their investment back, but it's still good to have. You could also say that the guarantee is based on this investment, right? And it contains a buyers group access where this is an Amazon offer. So it includes pre-source products from trusted suppliers, access to prep center services, to shipping services. So a lot of done for you stuff that is actually very, very valuable to help get this client who has already seen a win to the next level. And they're obviously in this state of euphoria and in the state of, oh, this stuff actually works. I've seen results with what this guy is teaching. The product is great. Okay, I'm seeing results. I've got a win. And now I want to upsell him, obviously. Something like, just imagine what would be possible if you actually bought the done for you offer, right? Now, another way to upsell them is after 3 months of one-on-one coaching. So for example, what we have here is 3 months of dedicated one-on-one coaching. So after this 3 months expire and they still have 3 months of access over here, I could either directly try to upsell them on the done for you one, something like, yo, you can continue your one-on-one support for 3 months and also get a 1 year access to all of the stuff, get all the done for you bonuses. You just pay the difference. Makes a lot of sense. Or I could upsell them on an ongoing one-on-one for something like $697 a month, stuff like this, okay? Now, obviously, I want to price this higher because I want to incentivize going with the done-for-you one where they piff me instantly, okay? Now, this one here would be around $700 a month for ongoing one-on-one coaching. The price here is flexible. You can also do it for a bit lower. It really depends on the amount of one-on-one calls. If you've got 2 one-on-one calls a week, then you want to go with $700 a month, because think about it. If you've got 2 one-on-one calls a week, you would be earning less than, or your coach would be earning less than $100 an hour. So make sure this is the right price, okay? And obviously, one-on-one coaching is a very valuable service, and they've paid stuff like, how much have they paid? $5,000 for this done with you offer, and now they can prolong the one-on-one coaching, which is by far the most important part of this entire offer, for just $700 a month, okay? And now, obviously, another upsell opportunity that I have over here is after 6 months, where I then try to upsell them on ongoing access to the school, the community, the group coaching for $297 a month. And on top of that, ongoing access to the one-on-one coaching for $600 a month, and direct upsell to the done for you offer as well. Now, which of these upsells should you choose? You might be asking. Should I just upsell after win, after 3 months, after 6 months? Everything. Try to upsell them on every single thing, okay? And we're just going to talk about how to do this in a second. Now, I just want to run you through how to do it, for example, for the done for you offer, that you have the knowledge and the practice to do it for yourself, for your own offer. So let's say someone bought the done for you offer where they got 1 year access and 3 months of one-on-one. Obviously, I've got the one-on-one opportunity for $697 a month, but I can also then, after the period of time after the one you upsell them on ongoing standard access to community, group coaching, and so on for $300 a month. Or I can also upsell them on the most valuable bonuses here, buyers group access and prep center services for around $500 a month. So all the stuff you combined would be something like $1,500 a month for ongoing access. Obviously, I want to make this a bit more expensive than the original offer, okay? Now, how do we actually upsell them? Like, how do we do this? Obviously, this is a lot of stuff to coordinate, ongoing after 3 months, after 6 months, after 1 year, and you will lose sight. Even your CSM will lose sight if you've got a lot of customers. So what you want to do is automate. You want to have upsell emails. So let's say 1 week before a service ends, let's say 1 week before the one-on-one coaching ends, or 1 week before the ongoing standard access ends, you want to send them and you want to automate this, okay, with simply with your in your customer CSM. And basically 1 week after this, they send a webhook, or in Airtable, you can automate it with email. They send an email to that thanks them first of all for purchasing, hopes they've seen the best results, emphasize the value they received, and then present an ongoing service or upsell as a logic decision. And if they've seen results, a bit of results, and if they like your overall coaching, they will do it. Okay, so the ongoing service could then be cheaper, for example, than the previous fee. They could just pay the difference and you wouldn't basically incentivize the upsell in the email. Now, if they didn't purchase, what you want to do is 1 week after the service ended and they didn't purchase, you want to send them another upsell email where you make them a special offer, okay, to get them back in. Something like discounted ongoing service or a 1K discount on the done for you offer, okay? So as you say, for example, instead of paying $300 a month for the ongoing one-on-one coaching, you can get in right now, ongoing access, you can get in right now for just $200 a month, right? Or I give you a 1K discount on the done for you offer. You just pay the difference, so 4K to upsell, right? And you also want to have reminders, because obviously you want to make sure your team is on top of these things. With a bunch of offer tiers and upsells, you will lose track. So you want to make sure you set automated reminders, stuff like someone purchases and the done with you offer, right? They get a reminder for the one-on-one access ends that gets set for in 2 months and 3 weeks, and then another general reminder set for 5 months and in 3 weeks, because this is when the overall access ends. And then obviously the pipeline status in your customer CRM should update automatically. The status should be set to something about to expire or stuff like that, right? And then you will have automated Slack and Discord messages that trigger whenever someone basically moves when the time is right. So 1 week before the access expires, they move to this pipeline stage. This move triggers a Slack channel message, ideally Slack, because it integrates with Airtable automatically. You could also obviously automate it with Zapier. This is not the biggest problem, but what you want to do is then send a Slack message in your upsell channel, for example, with something like, the membership for this client with this email and this phone number on this offer to you is about to expire in 1 week. Reach out to him and look if the email should send automatically. So basically, just feel free to reach out to him immediately and try to upsell him on this and that option, right, based on the offer to you. Now, then obviously your CSM or your one-on-one coach, ideally the one who has been doing the one-on-one coaching with him, if it's a one-on-one offer upsell, should reach out to manually try and upsell the leads. This is one of the most effective ways, right? Or you directly reach out to them with a personal voice note and try to upsell them. Like this manual upsell reach out, ideally on a one-on-one coaching call or ideally on another call that you book in with them, is so important, because you already take advantage of the personal relationship that persists between your coach or your CSM and your client, or if you're coaching yourself, between you and your clients. Obviously, you could try to upsell them and present it as a logical move. You could get your closer to reach out. I would still rather rate the coach to do it, because there's just more rapid, and you can obviously pay a commission to the coach if he manages to actually upsell the lead effectively. And that's how you build something like an upsell ecosystem for all these different 3 offer tiers through ongoing services, meaning ongoing kind of subscription-like stuff for services. And ideally, the best thing for you, obviously ongoing one-on-one service, comes with costs in terms of fulfillment, and you need to see that you're profitable when you hire a coach to do so, and it actually makes sense, or it's not just better to acquire a completely new customer. But what always makes sense is this ongoing access for $300 a month, okay? Because you have your group coaching, you have your community, you have your entire curriculum and your SLPs already built out. So why not try to upsell someone on a $200 subscription, or even give them a $100 discount on everything, and just keep them in your ecosystem for something that literally costs you nothing in fulfillment because you're doing it anyways and you already got it set up, okay? And this is how you increase your overall customer value during the lifespan of a customer. And this is such an important mechanism. Just think about, let's say you can get 10 customers on a $300 a month ongoing service, okay? This would be $3K a month just from these 10 customers, just another $3K a month from them. Or let's say you can upsell 2 of these customers on the done for you offer. This would be another 10K, okay? Simply by talking to the customers that are already in your ecosystem. And obviously this gets way higher based on the amount of upsells that you have and based on the amount of customers that you have in there, and so on. Now, another way to increase your overall customer lifetime value is obviously keeping the lifetime number of customers high. Not only acquiring new customers, but reducing churn rates. Because you do not only need to increase customer value, but also maintain a steady number of customers, right? And one main mechanism that helps with that is decreasing early customer churn. Especially if you offer a guarantee, something like 7 days, no refund, or stuff like that. Some leads just want to have a look, maybe copy a lot of stuff out of there if possible, and then they will churn away in the first 1 week, or might not want to prolong the payment plan because they feel, oh, I've already seen the community, it doesn't look nice, it doesn't look really good, I feel like I made a bad decision, and now obviously this uncertainty will be there. Like when someone purchases a product, and especially an information product or an information product with a service, they won't see results in the first week, not even in the first month probably, right? Or just slow results in the first month, and then obviously the second or third month they will make some money with this if it's a business offer. But you need to consistently affirm that they took the right decision, and you do this through 3 simple ways to decrease overall churn rates at the beginning, where churn rates are generally the highest. So first of all is fulfillment, and also what you can also do, by the way, what just came to mind, whenever a payment plan triggers, let's say payment plan triggers at the end of every month, this is why you want to hammer them again with some ads, get some assets in front of them, send them some emails, and so on, right? However, how do you decrease churn rate? First of all, most important thing, okay, way more important than all this stuff over here, is fulfillment. If your offer doesn't deliver real results and good results, and if it isn't valuable at all, if your course is bullshit, if your community is bullshit, if your coaching is bad, if your coaches are bad, if your done for you services are bad, people will obviously take advantage of the guarantee because your offer sucks. So you need to focus, first of all, before you do any of this, what I'm talking about here in this video, on delivering as much value as possible in your offer, because this will automatically build the way for upsells. This will automatically decrease churn rates. Give away way more value than your competition. You could even buy your competition's product, look at what they have, and then try to deliver 3 or even 4x more value. Okay, make the offered fulfillment platform look nice. Ideally, build an own fulfillment software with tools that look like lovable. Design is so important. You make sure it looks nice and it actually delivers a lot of value. And leads have something like an own software where they can plug in their progress, where even an app where they can see what's happening. You can easily custom build the stuff with Lovable nowadays or with Cloud Code. It really doesn't take too long. Okay, so, or hire someone to do so, right? Hire me. No, I won't do that. It will probably be a lower leverage task for us as well, because these, like literally these fulfillment platforms can be built, and you can pay an Indian. It doesn't take too long, right? And then another very, very important thing is guidance. So speed to customer is key. Now, obviously, as I said, after someone purchased, there's a lot of uncertainty in there, right? They don't know if this was the right decision. So you need to get as much valuable information and expectations and roadmaps in front of them as possible. Ideally, give them a roadmap where they can checkmark what they've done. Send them a full loom, an onboarding loom, where you basically run them through how the entire fulfillment platform is built, how the community works, and so on, what they should focus on right now in the first week, in the second week, in the third week, what realistic results are. Because if you do not set realistic results, they will think, oh, I'm not seeing results within the first 2 or 3 weeks. Maybe I should make the guarantee work because the offer doesn't work for me. No, set results and tell them exactly what you expect based on client wins. So you want to automate ideally then the entire onboarding process, and you want to get your CSM to reach out immediately after they book a call, or even let them book in a free call with your CSM. You want to send onboarding emails with onboarding looms with the CSM link where they can book in a call, and the onboarding loom tells them exactly how to get started. You want to, this is such a crucial thing here, and I've literally saved this for the end of this video. You want to design stuff like hammer them ads for customers only, where you basically you build a custom audience with all your customers, and then whenever a new customer populates in there, they will, for the first 7 days or so, get a lot of ads on Instagram, on YouTube that congratulate them on purchasing, and I will explain them exactly how to get started and tell client win stories and so on. And you can then even implement upsell ads here or there after a few months if you want to do this as well. So you want to keep a consistent value and wins in front of them, but especially these hammer them ads at the beginning that congratulate them on purchasing and show them what to do, how it works, run them through client wins and what these clients did differently to see this kind of results, and how they can see the best results in the community. Crucial to decrease churn rates, okay? And as you can see, we've got our entire onboarding automated. So whenever a new customer is in our CRM, so when a closer closes the deal and submits a form, then we update our CRM, we send an onboarding email with the link of the CSM calendar where they can book in a call. We send a channel message in our Discord channel to notify our CSM to reach out immediately, and we send them the different contracts, right? As you can see, we've got 3 contracts because we've got 3 different offer tiers. We send them the different contracts with the different offers that they can sign immediately. It's because we want to make sure they sign the contract as soon as possible. And this happens on the moment when the closer submits the sales form. So he needs to do this obviously as soon as possible. So generally something like 10 to 20 minutes after the actual sales call, or even 5 minutes if the closer is fast, right? And then we send the email, we send them tell them exactly what to focus on next, the contract, and notify our CSM and so on. And this is how you decrease overall churn rates. And obviously one very important thing here as well is something like a Rockefeller event where you invite your leads to, I don't know, to go skiing in the Alps, or you invite your customers, or to a nice 2-day event in a nice hotel, or a two-day event where you rent a villa, or a 1-day party, or whatever, something like a Rockefeller event. That's great to excite leads, fosters reciprocity. It's great for your marketing to film a bunch of testimonials and for the front end marketing, and to establish real rapport and to focus the overall community spirit. You can then give away prizes and so on. Establish this competition culture a bit and so on. Just build a real relationship and really make the leads feel valued. Ideally, you want to invite all of them to this event if you have the financial capacity. You should, if you're doing exactly what I'm teaching you in this video. And yeah, that's how you increase your overall customer lifetime value, by decreasing churn rates and increasing overall customer value. Okay, now with that being said, guys, this is exactly what we're implementing for our clients. And obviously this entire infrastructure, this entire automations, this CSM takes a lot of time, right? You need to know exactly how to automate this, what to say the right way to be aligned. Your offer needs to be structured the right way. You need to have the right leads. And on top of all that, you obviously need to acquire new leads consistently, because we want new customers as well, right? We just want to maximize our customer lifetime value because there's this free money laying on the table. Now, if you want us guys to come in there and literally implement everything from traffic acquisition to upsell system to show up system to webinars to media buying to sales team management to customer success management, every single thing, then feel free to reach out to me on simon.asman on Instagram, or book in a free strategy call with me on growinginfo.com. All the links are in the description. If you're new to the channel, scaling your coaching business is everything we talk about here. So feel free to leave a subscribe and a like. And yeah, I will welcome you back with a very massive banger soon. With that being said, guys, take care.